The unseen ritual, what Marcus Aurelius did every morning to rule the world. Imagine a world teetering on the brink. Plagues raged, barbarians pressed at the borders, and the vast Roman Empire rested squarely on one man's shoulders. Emperor Marcus Aurelius. To the public, he was a stoic, unshakable leader, the very embodiment of Roman strength. Yet, before he ever stepped into the clamor of the Senate or received a single dispatch from the front lines, he faced a battle far more formidable, himself. This wasn't just about waking up, it was about forging the soul of an emperor, preparing for a day that would demand everything. How did he do it? What secret ritual transformed him from a philosopher into the ruler of the known world, day after relentless day? The first rays of dawn barely pierced the opulent yet modest chambers of the imperial palace. While the city still slept, Marcus Aurelius was already awake, long before his retinue. But his waking wasn't a sudden jolt, it was a deliberate, almost sacred act. He didn't immediately leap into the demands of the day. Instead, he lay there, wrestling with the universal human inclination towards comfort, the desire to stay under the warmth of the covers. This was his first small victory, a tiny act of self-mastery that set the tone for the colossal challenges awaiting him. It was a conscious choice to overcome inertia, to rise not just physically, but mentally, spiritually. His first conscious thoughts weren't about war or politics, but about gratitude. Stoic philosophy taught him to appreciate the simple fact of existence, the gift of another day. He would mentally list the blessings in his life, his family, his teachers, even the opportunity to fulfill his duty. This wasn't naive optimism, it was a profound acknowledgement that despite the immense burdens, there was always something to be thankful for. This simple mental exercise grounded him, pulling him away from anxieties and towards a state of appreciative awareness. It was the bedrock upon which his entire day's resilience would be built, a silent rebellion against despair. Next came perhaps the most challenging, yet crucial, Stoic practice, premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Marcus didn't shy away from anticipating the worst that the day might bring: betrayal, illness, death, failure. He mentally rehearsed how he would respond with virtue, with reason, should these misfortunes strike. This wasn't pessimism, it was mental armor. By confronting potential adversities in advance, he stripped them of their power to shock and destabilize him when they inevitably arose. It was a stark reminder that many things are beyond our control, but our reaction is always our own domain, a profound wellspring of emotional resilience. This brutal self-awareness led him to another critical understanding: the nature of other people. He knew that during the day he would encounter the ungrateful, the arrogant, the treacherous. Yet, instead of succumbing to anger or bitterness, he reminded himself that they, like him, were products of their environment and their own struggles. They were acting from ignorance, not malice. This understanding fostered empathy and detachment, allowing him to interact with difficult individuals without sacrificing his inner peace. It was about building an inner citadel, an impenetrable fortress of calm amidst the storm of human folly, a deep wisdom for navigating complex relationships. Then came the starkest reminder: memento mori, remember you must die. This wasn't a morbid obsession but a powerful catalyst for action. His own mortality, and that of everyone around him, urged him to live virtuously, to make every moment count. It infused his decisions with urgency and purpose, cutting through trivialities. If today were his last, would he have acted justly? Would he have been kind? This profound reflection ensured he aligned his actions with his deepest values, fostering discipline and preventing procrastination. It was the ultimate motivator for wisdom, reminding him that time was the most precious, finite resource. With these mental preparations complete, he turned to a more tangible act: journaling. His personal writings, known to us as meditations, were not for publication, but a private conversation with himself, a philosophical exercise. He recorded his thoughts, tested his understanding of Stoic principles, and reinforced his commitments. This wasn't just writing, it was alchemy. He wasn't simply recording thoughts, he was forging an emperor, refining his character, one phrase at a time. This daily practice allowed him to identify his flaws, celebrate his small victories, and solidify his philosophical framework, ensuring he entered the world with clarity and intention. His physical routine was strikingly simple, devoid of imperial excess. He would perform basic exercises, perhaps a cold water wash, a small, deliberate discomfort to strengthen his resolve. His breakfast was sparse, plain, chosen for sustenance, not indulgence. This wasn't self-deprivation, it was a commitment to moderation and self-control, reinforcing the idea that pleasure should not dictate one's actions. It demonstrated his understanding that a disciplined mind required a disciplined body, preparing him physically to endure the long, demanding hours ahead. This austere approach cemented his commitment to discipline, a core Stoic virtue. Before truly engaging with the world, he sought intellectual nourishment. He might read from philosophical texts, perhaps Epictetus, his revered teacher, or Seneca. This wasn't just for academic pursuit, it was to steep his mind in wisdom, to recall the principles that would guide his decisions. He sought to connect with the timeless truths, to see his immediate challenges through the lens of ancient wisdom. This vital intellectual anchor provided perspective and reassurance, ensuring he wasn't swayed by fleeting emotions or the clamor of superficial opinions. It fortified his judgment, sharpening his mind for the nuanced decisions of state. As the palace began to stir, Marcus Aurelius would take a quiet walk through the palace gardens, or a secluded corridor. This was his final transition, a bridge between his solitary reflection and the public stage. He would mentally review the day's agenda, but more importantly, he would reaffirm his commitment to act with justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom in every interaction. It was a last deep breath before diving into the roaring ocean of imperial duty, an intentional shift from being a philosopher to embodying one. This walk was the ceremonial donning of his mental armor, preparing him to meet the world not as Marcus, but as emperor. When he finally emerged, he wasn't just an emperor, he was a living embodiment of Stoic philosophy. The gruff generals, the scheming senators, the desperate pleas of the common folk, none could truly disturb the tranquility he had cultivated. His morning rituals had equipped him with an unshakable inner calm, the ability to make rational decisions under extreme pressure, and the compassion to govern with a steady hand. His daily self-mastery wasn't just for personal growth, it directly impacted his governance, saving Rome from crumbling under its own weight, demonstrating the incredible power of emotional resilience in leadership. Marcus Aurelius didn't conquer empires with brute force alone, he conquered himself every single morning. He understood that true power lay not in external dominion, but in internal sovereignty. His disciplined start to each day wasn't a luxury, it was a necessity, a lifeline that allowed him to remain virtuous and effective amidst unprecedented chaos. The practices he embraced, gratitude, premeditation, mortality awareness, journaling, were the unseen architects of his legacy, principles that remain profoundly relevant even today, offering a timeless blueprint for anyone seeking resilience, discipline, and wisdom in their own lives. Marcus Aurelius's morning routine wasn't a secret formula, but a profound commitment to self-improvement that saved an empire. It reminds us that our greatest battles are often fought within, and our mornings hold the key to our greatest triumphs. If you found value in this story, make sure to like, comment, and follow our channel. And for more deep dives into ancient Stoic philosophy, focusing on emotional resilience, discipline, and wisdom, click on the next long video appearing on your screen now.